fellow Jet in his first year. He'll be a returning Jet. Elijah absolutely has a blast and a smile on his face whenever he's in practice and in those pads. I can truly tell that he was excited to play football, and the sky is the limit for this guy. So he's a youngster, and he's going to be a Jet for 1 or 2 more years. 2 more years. So look for big things out of Elijah. Coach Charles, you made a good choice. Nolan Lemonade, come on up here. First year with the Jets, and I was absolutely pleased when I saw Nolan suit up for the first time. Nolan's a natural defensive lineman, but he has a lot of skills. He's like a dancing bear. He really is. He has a lot of skills. He's got good footwork, and he's very strong. If you wanted someone to clog a gap at nose guard, the A gap, Nolan just don't let anybody through. And I'll tell you, he's one of the best hitters we have. Nolan's the returning Jet. Another great choice by Coach Charles. Sean Long, come on up here. Let's hear for Sean. Sean will be moving up to B-League next year. Sean was one of the few 9-year-olds that we were able to choose because we had so many 9-year-olds on the team. I think we only got to choose 2. So Sean was our second choice in the 9-year-old round, second round draft pick, which is very good. I can tell you, Sean is a gifted athlete. He's shifty, he's quick, and when you see him coming around the corner and he has the football, his eyes are about as big as saucers because he wants no part of anyone bringing him down. Sean is someone that we went to and we would go to when we needed big yardage because they didn't suspect that this guy had so much explosion, and he absolutely does. So I look forward to reading about you in B-League. Congratulations here for Sean. Josiah Cody, come up here, Josiah. Josiah is one of the three-year Jets that we have on the team this year. Josiah also started as a Jet as a 6-year-old. So Josiah had to miss the first week of practice because he was too young. But he was an absolute gem as a 6-year-old. Josiah was a running back and played running back for 2 years until he put on about 20 pounds in the offseason last year. And he was a little bit too heavy. But I'll tell you, Josiah is extremely athletic and he brings it. Any of the Dolphins, the Rebels, the Bears, they know that he hits like a freight train. And they do. They don't want to run to his side. So look for Josiah to do great things in B-League and beyond. Congratulations. Ryan Mello. Come on here, Ryan. Oh, yeah. Ryan. Absolutely gifted athlete. Second year on the Jets. Ryan, we were very lucky and pleased to have him again. Ryan's one of those guys that he can start in the backfield of any other team in the league. They're just gifted with lots of running backs on our team. We also used him as a specialist to catch the football in the first quarter on the first quarter team. We worked a number of plays, the pop pass. We just didn't have opportunities to complete them, the rush. Second quarter team, he dominated. Ryan is absolutely a fantastic football player. Moving up to B-League, great 2 years. I'm going to miss you, but keep doing great things, Ryan Mallow. Jake Mancuso, come on up here. This guy is probably one of the few guys in tackling drills that no one wanted anything to do with. I think Jake had appendages, elbows and knees and ankles that could flail around and just absolutely whack you before you even made contact with him. Really. Jake is a very tough-nosed, strong, aggressive, gifted, athletic football player. And we found out probably about halfway through the season after he said, "Coach, can I run the football? Coach, can I run the football? Coach, can I run the football?" About 30 times. We let him run the football, and we didn't want to stop. I mean, Jake was one of those guys that could have run the football in the first or second quarter. He was also a dominant force on the defensive line. When we didn't know who got in there and who was making the tackle, who was that? We'd see number 49 hanging off his shirt and getting up, and it was Jake. So he found a way, and he's one of these guys whose motor never stops running. So Coach Charles, excellent choice, and he's a returning Jet. Mikey Marquez, Mr. Excitement. Let's hear from Mikey. Mikey is in Florida right now, enjoying Disney World. But Mikey, he deserves it. He's like one of those quarterbacks that says, I'm going to Disneyland. Because Mikey absolutely made our team extra special. This young man, when you put the football in his hands, there was no doubt that he was electrifying. Whether it was the first quarter, second quarter, where he really shined, third or fourth. Mikey was that guy against the Bears when we were having a tight game. We ran the Larry or the Roscoe around, and he took it to the house, about 40 yards against the Bears starting team. So, it was the Bears? No, he ran the Roscoe around. So, let's hear it for Mikey. I think Mikey probably led the league in touchdowns this year with 8 or 9 touchdowns. I wish you would take it. Oh yeah, just real quick. It was kind of funny. We were joking. Some of the other teams had weaker second quarter teams, and we as coaches kind of know that. And the Cougars, for some reason, backed us up to about our own 15-yard line. And I kind of kept it away from Mikey for a little. We didn't want to score on them too fast, I was kind of thinking. And it was fourth and about 35 or 40 at our own 10-yard line. And they're wondering if we're going to punt. And I said, no way. We're going to give it to Mikey. And Mikey took the ball 90 yards, and their coach was just looking at me, giving me that evil stare. What do we do? So let's hear it once again from Mikey Marquez. Renzen Mendoza. Let's hear it for Renzen.